Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new and returning, I welcome all of you guys so much for supporting me in my channel. So my name is Angie. I resonate with the Twin Flame Soulmate Collective. So for today's pick a card reading, we're going to be finding out if your person or crush decided to go to a psychic or some sort of intuitive. What would they tell them about you, the connection? We're going to get all the tea to kind of find out how would that kind of conversation go. And then I'm also going to be kind of pulling on some questions that your person might even ask themselves after they leave the session. So let's see how their opinions, their views and whatnot would change about you, the connection. So we're going to tap right in, and this is actually going to be an extended. Where in the extended, I'm going to be tapping in to see their next actions towards you with timing. I'm also going to be doing a channeled messages towards you at this time, as well as advice. So do your thing, pick your pile, and I'll see you folks in your reading. So pile number one, we have Amethyst here for pile number one. Pile number two is Rose Quartz. And last but not least, we have the Amazonite for pile number three. So do your thing, pick your pile, guys, and I will see you wonderful folks in your reading. I also forgot to mention, I am open now for personal and private readings. So if you feel called and would like to book a personal, if this message kind of resonates with what you've been feeling intuitively, and you would like further confirmation, I'll be happy to do a private personal reading for you, as well as I do also offer Reiki as well as part of my services, as well as regressionary therapy for those of you guys who are looking for some support with your ascension at this time. So yes, let's tap in, guys, and I will see you in your read. So pile number one, this is if you chose Amethyst, this is going to be a reading. So if this is the first time you're coming across my channel, I welcome you collective to my readings. I also want to thank all of you guys who are returning subscribers as well for your love and support. And for those of you who have booked personal and private readings with me, I also send much gratitude and love and light to you as well. So for today's pick a card reading, we're going to be finding out if your person or crush went to a psychic or some sort of intuitive. What would they tell them about you and the connection? So this is going to be diving in real deep in terms of finding out what kind of insight would that person tell them about you, kind of what messaging would they receive. It's also going to have an extended where I'm going to be figuring out, timing that this person may decide to come forward, as well as their next actions towards you. I'm also going to be getting some messages as well in terms of channeled messages from their higher self to you, as well as advice for this situation. So yes, I'll save this for the very end in terms of the advice for this reading. So I'm going to save this for the very end. I haven't looked at it, so I don't know what it's going to be about, but let us pull some cards and then I'm going to start talking. So for the viewers of pile number one, please, Spirit, can you give me some messages about what a psychic would tell them about their person? Okay. So we have first house, we have passion. So I'm going to lay out all the cards and then I'm going to start talking. So let me move this down a bit so we have as much space as possible. So let me get some of these messages. Pile number one, we have ghosted. We have faith. We have mask reverse. Okay, so what would a psychic or a intuitive tell your person or crush about you? So first of all, I think the psychic or the medium or whoever they would go to, that's the intuitive giving the advice, pile number one, would tell this person that they have played the ass. So what I mean by that is this person has basically been an asshole towards you, pile number one, it feels like. So it seems like this person may have ghosted you or put you in some sort of hearing third party or little to no communication. But I feel like intuitively, all this time, the psychic will tell that your person or crush that you've always remained steadfast in your faith towards them, your devotion towards them. They would tell them that you're not currently seeing other people, that your heart, your feelings, and everything that you feel for this person is centered around them. So I feel like this psychic would tell them, like, you really realize that you have a really good person here, like you have your twin here, you have your soulmate here on your hands, and you're kind of like squandering this energy, basically just playing the fool, right? When you have an opportunity to really develop this connection further if you choose to. So they would tell your person that you are still single, you're not seeing anyone, you're currently working on building a lot of your creative endeavors at this time. So a lot of you guys, I feel like, who are watching this pile, you may have decided to take on some sort of creative project, or you've been focusing on your work life as well. But I feel like you have always felt like there is some sort of deep sense of commitment or feelings that you have felt profoundly for this person. And they would tell this person that they need to kind of develop a self-awareness. They need to realize that the way that they treat you is not fair. You know, that they kind of have not given you the benefit of the doubt, and that, you know, you really have a lot of feelings towards this person. You really love them, you really care about them, you really want this connection between you and them to work out. I feel like they would tell this person as well that sometimes you may kind of appear to be a little bit closed off, or kind of feeling like not as invested in the connection, and that's only because you kind of get a little bit nervous or feel a little bit anxious when you go around this person. I feel like your heart kind of beats faster, you feel like an intense pull towards them. And so for a lot of you guys, I feel like this is kind of new for you, and they're going to tell your person that you're not used to being this vulnerable with anyone, I feel, and they're going to let your person or crush know this as well. They're going to let your person or crush know that right now you're kind of going through a level of evolution within self, and so they're going to encourage your person to also get on their healing path as well. I feel for a lot of you guys, you are going through an awakening at this time, and you're kind of looking at things through a conscious perspective. So being awake and being aware of the self, being aware of your mind, being aware of the body, being aware of physical movement. So for a lot of you guys, I feel like they would tell your person or crush that you might have started to take on some sort of physical activity to kind of help with the kundalini energy that's been rising within you recently. So they would let your person or crush know this as well. For some of you guys, I feel like you might have decided to take on yoga, or you guys could have taken on, I'm hearing I'm hearing Muniki as well as Muay Thai may also resonate as well. I'm also hearing any form of body movement. So it could even be Tai Chi, it could be yoga, it could be any type of bodily movement. I feel like you guys have now developed some sort of interest in it. And if you haven't tapped into that, they're going to tell your person or crush that you're considering it recently. This is something that you feel like you want to kind of explore further. I also see here as well that your person is going to feel like a fool after the meeting. And it's not in a bad way, but I feel like they're going to be gaining some sort of clarity about, you know, how they may have treated you. Because I feel like for a lot of you guys watching this, this person might not have seen the fruit of this connection. They did not recognize that this connection was something that was quite powerful, and definitely had some sort of opportunity for them to grow in terms of their own evolution within self. I feel for a lot of them, the psychic or the medium would tell them that they need to kind of take a page out of your book and start working on their own healing path and their own evolutionary path as well. They would tell this person that they also need to develop a sense of faith and also develop their own spiritual gifts and their own psychic abilities. Because I feel like there's a messaging here. This person has been getting signs and synchronicities from the universe, but they might have been kind of ignoring that as well. So they would talk to your person about this as well. They would also talk about a third party or other parties that have been interfering in your connection. They would let your person know that this has kind of been the thing that has been causing the wedge possibly between your connection, between you and them. They would tell this person that they kind of need to get their affairs or love relationships or situationships under control, because it's creating a lot of tower moments in the connection or the power dynamic between you and them. They would also tell this person as well that there is an opportunity for them to also work on finding ways to express themselves in more of a positive way instead of squandering their sacral energy. I feel for a lot of them, they would tell them to practice some form of sacred sexuality at this time, so that they're able to gain clarity and kind of see you for who you are and what you represent. I also see here as well that this person would feel a sense of enlightenment from this encounter with the psychic medium, or even the spiritual intuitive. This person would also recognize as well that they have been playing a lot of games with a lot of people, and the psychic medium would let them know that this is something that is inappropriate. They need to become more mature in terms of how they approach people, how they articulate themselves to people, how they've been demonstrating themselves in terms of love and life. I feel like this person definitely has an ability to become very philosophical in terms of their life learned lessons on love and relationships. I feel like this person has gone through many cycles with various people, kind of having a lot of failed type of relationships. But I feel like the psychic or the medium would tell this person that this is the chance that you have to kind of create a new narrative for yourself. You know, create a new chapter for yourself, and definitely embark on a new self-discovery process for yourself in terms of your evolutionary process and whatnot. So they would tell them as well that you really want to work on the connection with them, but you're kind of like, I feel like there's an energy here of kind of waiting for them to, you know, figure this out, or to recognize you, or to see you for who you are. So the psychic medium would tell your person that you know that your person is loyal to you, you know that your crush is loyal to you, but why is it that you feel like you still need to explore or sow your wild oats, is what they would tell this person as well. So this person, I feel like, would be getting a major wake-up call just from having that conversation with that psychic or medium. This person, I feel like, would also feel very nervous about the encounter as well, because I feel like them talking about spirituality or even diving deep into this is something that is otherworldly for them. It's something that they just simply would not do, but it would really open a Pandora's box for this person in terms of wanting to really discover more about this connection and what it would have to offer. I feel like they would end up catching stronger feelings for you after the session, that they have now gained some sort of clarity or enlightenment that, you know, you are loyal to them, that you do love them, that you do want things to kind of work out between you and them. So this would help your person with recognizing that they need to become more serious in terms of this connection with you. It would kind of shake them at their core for them to kind of realize now is the time for them to become more wise in terms of how they approach you, how they deal with you. So let's see the questions that this person would be thinking about during the session, because yeah, this is deep, man. This is heavy, pal number one. Your person would be getting a major tower moment, I feel like, after that session. They would get a major wake-up call. So this is what I'm saying. This person doesn't know how to be vulnerable, so they would be thinking about, you know, what it means to actually be vulnerable. You know, how can I open up to my person or crush too, and show them that I actually do care about them as well, because I do feel like the person watching this, your person does care. It's just they have a hard time expressing that. Maybe they've been heartbroken many times in the past, or have been in other situations with people that weren't necessarily for their highest good. I feel like this person has had a lot of karmic partners, to speak. So this would really allow them to recognize that they need to learn how to become more authentic in their approach, in how they portray themselves to you and other connections as well. And even just in general in the world, you know, they would start reflecting on what is their purpose, what are they here for, why do they have these strong feelings for you, and how they can explore further these feelings as well that they do feel for you. You know, they would even think about, you know, how they ghosted you because they were afraid of becoming vulnerable as well. They'd be thinking a lot about that, and how this is kind of typical behavior for them as well, in terms of when the going gets tough, they kind of like to back out of situations or ghost people or walk away from the connection, because it's calling for them to now show more or give more to the situation, and if this person sometimes feels like it's not safe for them to do so. So we have here, am I living accordingly to the expectations and dreams of others or my own? How do I distinguish them from each other? So these are also questions they're going to be thinking about. You know, am I a sheep, or am I an actual leader? Am I someone who is living accordingly to my divine purpose, or, you know, what I was sent here in this lifetime to do? This person would be thinking about as well. They'll be thinking about, you know, how they may have wasted time with people or other interfering energies that were not for their highest good. They'd really be thinking about that as well. So if you know that your person, let's say, is married or in another commitment, they would really be doing an evaluation on that commitment or that connection as well. They would be starting to analyze, you know, different parts of how they might have allowed relationships or situations to play out the way that has been incredibly toxic. they'd be starting to look at that and do a review in terms of, you know, are they currently aligned with someone that has their highest good, or are they just with this person because on paper it may look good, or a superficial type of relationship. Especially for those of you who are watching that know that your person has someone else that they are currently entertaining. This would really allow your person to really recognize that, you know, they need to stand more in their power and become more vulnerable in terms of, you know, accepting this blessing, you know, that source that the creator, the Most High, has given them, which is you, right, the viewer. So let's get the last piece of advice and then we'll close out this reading. So we have inner circle, your channel, deja vu, self-fulfilling prophecy. So again, I feel like you and them are divinely guided, and these are two mirror cards here. So this speaks of twin souls, twin flames. So some of you guys may resonate as that as well. So I feel like they're going to recognize that they actually have a lot more power in this situation too than what they've realized. I feel like they kind of will realize that you guys being together is something that was destined. They were destined to meet you in this lifetime. They were destined to rise up above the adversity that they have found themselves in. Maybe they're with someone in a marriage or a situation because of children, and they would kind of look back and start to really analyze that and recognize that, you know, they're not happy where they're currently at. And this is what would call them to actually want to make significant changes and recognize that, you know, this connection between you and them is something that can stand the test of time, or that you guys are divine souls that have been sent to this humanity to help raise the consciousness of humanity and the collective as a whole. So I'm going to take this now over to the extended. So in the extended read, we're going to be tapping in terms of their next actions towards you with timing. We're also going to be getting their channeled messages to you at this time, as well as advice. So that's what I have for you, pile number one. If it resonates, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. If you're not able to make it over to extended, I still appreciate you watching this video. And I appreciate all of you guys very much for your love and support. So until we meet again, pile number one, I'll see you in extended. Take care. Hey, pile number two, and I actually just saw 222 on the clock. So maybe you guys have been seeing the number 222 a lot recently. I'm also being shown 1111 as well. So it could be a twin flame type of reading that I'm going to be tapping into. Just as an FYI for you, those of you guys who are watching this reading. So where are my manners? So welcome to my YouTube channel, guys. My name is Angie. Of course, I resonate with the Twin Flame Soulmate Collective. So if you guys are new and returning, I welcome all of you and thank you very much for your love and support. I also want to thank all of you who have purchased personal and private readings as well. I am open now for the month of January, accepting new readings as well as new clients for my wellness coaching. Actually, I know for the last couple months, I think for those of you who are watching this, you might be a lot of returning subscribers. I've been kind of going through a major transformation, a major glow up. So I feel like maybe the vibe is the same thing for those of you guys watching this reading. So maybe for the last few months, you've been feeling a little bit hermity, if that's even a word, but maybe you guys have been feeling a little bit disconnected from self. And it was to help you guys kind of go through some sort of evolutionary process is what I feel here as well. So rose quartz, unconditional love. Let's see what you guys are all about. So it actually is interesting because I'm wearing my rose quartz mala as well. So maybe you guys resonate with this too as well. So I'm going to set this aside for the last piece of advice for this reading. So we're going to be finding out, collective, what would a psychic, a medium, and intuitive tell your person or crush about you and the connection? So let's see, let's tap in. So I'm going to lay out the spread and then I'm going to start talking. Take one more, please, Spirit. We have Virgo. So earth energy coming forward in this reading. We have breakup. So it came out reversed, so I'm going to read it reversed for this reading. We have runner. So I already heard something. Stop running from your destiny. Work it out. And we have unsure of issues, reverse. So they would be getting some sort of clarity already, I feel, from this. All right, so let me get some more cards and then I'll start talking. 2, please, Spirit. Can we get a card? We have space, reverse. We have growth. Alright, let me get some more cards for pile number 2. We have modern. I'm hearing modern witch. So maybe you guys resonate with the modern witch tarot, or for some of you guys, you could be a modern type of person, very much giving star seedy type vibe as well as what I'm feeling from that. I want to get one more for this spread, please, Spirit. I want one more, please. We have 1. Wow. Okay, guys. Okay. I'm gonna stop laughing. I wonder if Spirit is playing a trick on me, and this is my pile. But let's see what'll go on with this spread. All right. So, what would a psychic, medium, intuitive tell your person or crush about you? So, what I see here is that they would tell your person or crush that you very much have been diving deep in terms of your spirituality and your spiritual development. I'm noticing witchy here. So, you guys definitely probably resonate as a high priestess. You guys could be a witch. Some of you guys watching this could resonate as a guru or a warlock of some sort. But what I feel here, they would tell your person or crush that your person is deeply spiritual, deeply psychic, and it's kind of like themselves. And they would tell your person, it's interesting that they would tell them too that they're also psychic and spiritual. So I feel like this person has been spying on you. I don't know if they have been kind of like telepathically communicating with you, or you feel like your person has gotten tarot card readings on you, or some sort of like reading and stuff like that this person has already gotten on you. I feel like this reading is going to be providing you with clarity that you probably already knew. So they'll say that, you know, they recognize that you guys are separated right now, but they'll say that that is your twin. That's your soulmate. Like, why are you even coming to me? You already know this, pile number 2. You know that your person is your one. You know that your person is your counterpart. So I'm shocked that you're even coming to me asking me these questions when you already knew, because you're already a psychic medium yourself. They would ask them in terms of if they wanted to develop their gifts, that they would have an ability to also become a tarot card reader or become more intuitive themselves. They would actually tell them that at this point in time, they need to be reaching out to you, their person, in terms of finding out how they could develop their gifts spiritually as well. They would be like, your person is very psychic. I don't even think I can really tap into their energy. I feel like they would tell this person. So your person would be kind of like creeped out. Like, what? What do you mean you can't tap into their energy? What do you mean you don't know? They'd be like, your person is very psychically gifted. Like, didn't you know they're a big guru? Like, they're well known in the spiritual community. So I don't know if you're someone who might be on YouTube. You might have like a tarot card reading business that you have, or you are very much highly gifted, highly ascended. I'm hearing ascended master. So you guys may resonate as life path number 11, life path number 22, life path 33, something along those lines. They would tell your person, and they would say like your person is like a master healer. Your person is has already forgiven you a long time ago. So I don't know why you haven't even reached out to your person yet. They'd be like, your person has already moved on. So your person right now at this time is kind of like working on themselves. They're not really focusing so heavily on this connection with you and them. They've kind of like given up this vibe of running. They're no longer chasing you. They're no longer running after this connection. I feel like they would tell them as well that you're kind of operating more in your divine masculine energy at this time, which is all about your abundance, growth within self, really focusing on becoming the best version of self. So a lot of you guys, I feel like you guys are working on developing more of your spiritual gifts, as well as healthy traits and patterns for yourself as well. I feel like you guys are working on manifesting new beginnings at this time, and they would tell your person that as well. They would tell your person that you're very much someone who is actually very sophisticated. So I don't know if you guys resonate with being some sort of like Orion starseed. I'm hearing Palladian as well. So you guys might already have contact with higher dimensional frequencies or entities that have been working with you. And the person would tell them like, I can't tap into their field. Sorry, but I can only give you this message from their higher self at this time. So it'd be very much like a flow of like telling your person that, you know, they need to come back and make it work with you. Like they would tell them like you need to work it out with them. Like this is your person. This is the best you're going to get in this lifetime. I don't know why you're running from this connection when you already know that this person is it for you. Like you already knew this. So come out of a separation, contact them. They can help you build your spiritual gifts. All your questions will be answered directly from your person, because your person very much is a very open, I'm hearing, and generous individual. And so this person would kind of feel very stupid. Like they'd feel like, oh my God, like, are you serious? Like I should have just contacted pile number 2 a long time ago. And this person would say, yeah, like I don't know why you haven't contacted them. They literally are kind of like not really waiting, but they know that you're going to be coming forward soon anyways. So they're like, just save yourself and just make up your mind and come out of this energy of indecision and take action. I don't know why you think that your person is not going to be aware of this connection, or you're thinking this is a figment of your imagination. No, like you're already psychic. You know the answers. You know that your person is your person. You know that the separation should have been done a long time ago. You know that your person is kind of waiting for you to take the initiative and contact them. They're also very much working on their personal development. They might even be able to help you with your own personal development. I'm hearing some sort of work project, or you guys are meant to also, I'm hearing, perhaps have children or starseed kids. They're like, you guys already have a divine path together. So I don't know why you're making this so difficult. Just do the right thing. Just reach out to them. Just be vulnerable. Like just talk to them. But I feel like your person has a tendency of wanting to be a perfectionist. So for them, they want to make sure that they dot their T's, cross their I's, make sure that they know the truth, know that you're single, know that, you know, this is really you and them, like this is really real. So for them, getting this reading is going to be like stupid for them, because they're going to feel, I feel like, very dumb, very foolish. But at the same time, it's also going to give them some release of self-doubt as well. So I feel like this is something that they're meant to also transmute. This is a generational issue, I feel like, in their bloodline, where sometimes I feel like the masculine energy or even the feminine energy, take it as it resonates, because I feel like in this pile, you guys, chakras, so this is your counterpart, you guys very much are fluid. So sometimes the DM might be operating in feminine energy, sometimes the DF might be operating in masculine energy as well. I feel like you guys very much are connected. So you guys, I feel like, are not very far out from coming into union with this person, or just you coming into union in general. Like they would tell your person as well that you've really grown, like you've really stepped into your divinity, you really have stepped into your life path, you've really stepped into your purpose, you've really transmuted a lot of karma, I feel like, as well. They would tell your person as well, like they would tell them your person can help you, like just go to them, like why are you coming to us? Like they would even kind of, I feel like, as well, feel even bad, some of them, taking your person's money from them, or like their time. So I feel like for a lot of you watching this, they may even have a friend who they've met that is a psychic, that they're kind of getting advice. I'm hearing an advisor. So they might have some sort of psychic advisor or a cult that they are a part of. So it could even be a situation where your person has like other starseed people that they go to, or other gurus or other people, and they're like, yeah, we've been telling you this, like this is your person, like just go back, like you and them are one, like I don't know, like just work it out with them, like why are you coming to us? Like you already know, we told you already, like this person has leveled up, they're working on their career, money's coming in, things are good for your person right now, so why contact us? Like you already knew the truth, like you're wasting our time. Like it'd kind of be like that, and your person would feel so like embarrassed. Like they'd be like, oh my God, I'm so nervous, I feel like a fool, why did I do that? I should have just contacted my person directly. But what if they reject me? What if they think I'm not good enough? What if they've moved on? What if they really don't love me? What if, so this person would just kind of go into that energy of just overthinking again. So let's see the type of questions they would ask themselves as well. So let's get more of their questions that they would ask themselves during the session or during talking to this individual. Definitely very evolved starseeds coming forward in this reading. But like your person is awake. So if you're wondering, is your person awake, or do they know the truth? Yeah, they've been knowing, but it's just that they don't know when is the right time to come back. They're unsure, but I feel like it would give them the push, the final push that they need to just contact you. So they would say, how would I want people to remember me when I'm no longer here? So they would even think about their own purpose. Like, are they living life to the fullest? Are they manifesting growth within self? Are they really manifesting new beginnings? Are they on their soul path? These are things they would think about because they would be doing a comparison between themselves and you as well, the viewer. So they'd be thinking that, am I good enough for pile number 2? Have I manifested enough? Do I have enough abundance to offer them? Have I really matured enough? Have I really, like, you know, leveled up enough? Will pile number 2 reject me? Will they accept me? Will they be open to me? This person has a lot of, like, you could really be dealing with a Virgo here, sun, moon, or rising. This person definitely is in their head. Like, they think a lot, they analyze a lot, they think about everything. So it could even be just their Chiron, which is usually about trauma. So with this, I feel like this person in this lifetime was meant to transmute that overthinking, that analytical part of self, they were meant to transform and to release. I also hear that you guys could be dealing with a Taurus. I'm also hearing Leo as well. I mean, resonate. I'm even hearing Aries too. And I'm also hearing sometimes... I'm hearing Capricorn as well, because Capricorn sometimes likes to be in control. So I'm hearing Capricorn as well. So let's see. How often do I give myself permission to enjoy life? How do I feel then? So I feel like this person might have spent a period of time just really overworking, overanalyzing, overstressing themselves. They might have even manifested a life that they don't enjoy, and I feel like this would give them the time to finally reflect on that and realize that they need to kind of step more into their power and to recognize that they deserve more in this lifetime than just being a workaholic or just being unhappy or just settling for less than what they deserve. So I feel like this reading would also give them a lot of clarity and closure in terms of, you know, closing out that cycle, that trauma once and for all, releasing shame, releasing doubt, releasing any type of personal limitations, you know, finally standing in your power and making healthy self-conscious choices, you know, finally going after what it is that they want, which I feel like their end game is you, the viewer, because they've been told many times you're the best they're going to get. So they know that. They know that you're the one. So the last question they would ask themselves is, would I be proud of myself if I spoke to other people in the same way my thoughts speak to me? How do my thoughts speak to me? So again, this person I talked about has a very, like, their mind just goes a mile a minute thinking about the worst. So I feel like they would actually start doing an evaluation on their thoughts and recognize that they put themselves down a lot. So they tell themselves that they're not good enough. They tell themselves that they're not enough. They tell themselves that, you know, maybe it's just a figment of my imagination. Maybe it's not real. Maybe, you know, I'm not it. Maybe, you know, that over worrying, that over analyzing, that over fussing, that over critical nature that this person has. You know, I feel like they'd finally be able to start thinking about releasing that because it's not serving them anymore. They are torturing themselves internally. So let's see. So we have your Cathedral of Light, stubborn attitudes, expanding the olive branch, artistry. So I do feel like this person after the session would definitely want to contact you. They definitely would want to reach out, and they definitely would be in the energy of reconciliation. So for a lot of you guys watching this, I feel like the advice for this is when they extend the olive branch, because I feel like there's also a messaging here, but I'll find out more in the extended in terms of their next actions, timing, and whatnot. But I do see here that there is possibly a window of opportunity that's going to open for you guys to have some sort of conversation with this person. But it's up to you how you want to take it once they extend the olive branch, or if you decide to intuitively reach out to them, how things may go. So I feel like a lot of you guys might be nervous or even critical of this situation as well. But Spirit is saying that you're surrounded by light, and your guides and spirit beings are with you at this time, guiding you to make the best decision where this connection between you and them is concerned. So I'm going to now take this right over to the extended, and now we're going to be finding out their next actions towards you with timing, as well as channeled messages from them to you, as well as advice about this situation further in depth. So if you guys are able to join into extended, I truly appreciate that. If not, I welcome you guys to like, comment, and subscribe, or if you feel called to book a personal, you guys can check out my website. I'll leave links to this in the description bar of this video. And I want to thank all of you guys for your likes, your comments, your subscribes as well. And as always, love and light to you, collective. Take care. Hey, pile number 3. This is if you chose the Amazonite crystal. This is going to be your reading. So if you guys are new, I welcome you to my YouTube channel. And for those of you who are returning, I welcome you as well. And for those of you who have booked personal and private readings with me, I also want to extend gratitude to all of you. So I'm open now accepting personal and private readings for the month of January as well as February as well. So if you feel called, oh, that's if you feel called, oh man, my throat. So if you feel called, you guys can check out my website. I will leave links to this in the description bar as well. And if you guys are on TikTok, follow me on TikTok, because when I'm not posting on YouTube, I also post on TikTok daily, typically as well. So there might be collective guidance for you daily as well on my TikTok. So let me set this aside here. This will be the last card that we read for the advice of the situation, my Amazonite pile. So let's tap in and see. In this reading, it's going to be extended, but we're going to be finding out what would a psychic, medium, or an intuitive tell your person or crush about you, the viewer. So let's see what they would tell that person about you. So I'm going to lay out the cards and then I'll start talking. I don't know why this is coming up, but somebody wanted to know, I guess. I don't know where this is coming from. I've only been reading tarot cards, I think, for a year and a half. So I haven't been reading very long. For those of you who are wondering, I don't know why that's relevant, but maybe this is a situation where it's a newly developed type of connection. So my printer just went off, so maybe that's confirmation for somebody out there who needed to hear that. I don't know. So let's see. Read this in reverse and grows in time. The reason why I read very well is because I'm deeply intuitive. So it could be a situation where that, I think this also came out in the same spot in pile number 2. So maybe there's additional messages in pile number 2 for you, pile number 3. So we have assertiveness, awareness, abundance. Okay, so what I feel a psychic, a medium, an intuitive would tell your person or crush about you, pile number 3, is that they would tell them that right now you're going through some sort of heart awakening where you're learning how to follow your dreams and passions and things that kind of make you feel whole as a person. I also feel here as well that they'll tell your person or crush that you kind of are working on developing your psychic gifts and intuitive gifts at this time. So maybe that's why I told you guys I was only reading tarot cards for a year and a half. So it could be like when I started this YouTube channel, I learned how to read tarot. So for those of you guys who are interested in developing your psychic gifts, I also do coaching as well, indigo coaching, if you guys are interested in this service as well. So what I feel here they would tell them in addition to this is that you're kind of looking at developing a sense of humanitarianism for the collective. So you're looking for ways of how you can uplift others around you, how you can kind of find your self in the world. You are learning how to balance your masculine and feminine energies within self is what they would tell your person or crush about you. You're kind of like focusing on your abundance, but you're kind of like in the beginning stages of maybe going through some sort of heart awakening. So I feel for those of you who are watching this, I feel like they would tell your person or crush that you're working on transmuting some ancestral karma at this time. You're working on developing more of your feminine traits, I feel, also within self. You're working on developing a better relationship as well with your family, your friends, and people around you. So in your immediate circle, I'm hearing as well, you're working on that relationship. You're also working on how to trust your intuition more. So for those of you guys who are wondering, you know, like, am I psychic, am I medium? This is confirmation for this as well. And that there is a go-ahead for you guys to develop your gifts further at this time. So for some of you guys, you would benefit from having some sort of coach, mentor, someone who is a little bit more advanced in their evolutionary process to assist you guys as well. So if you guys are interested in that, I also do offer this as a service. If you're looking for a good coach or someone who is on the twin flame soulmate path, but is now in the energy of union. So you guys will need support with that. You guys can reach out to me for help with this as well. So what I see here is that you guys are kind of working on developing a lot more trusting your intuitive hits, they would tell this person. And I also feel here as well that they would tell this person that you're not really willing to invest at the moment in the connection with them. So I don't know if you guys have recently met some sort of soulmate, and that's kind of what has given you this sense of heart activation, or it could even have been an ascension partner. Some of you guys may resonate with that as well. So it could have been recent, I would say within the last 2 months, that you guys may have met some sort of ascension partner, or if it hasn't happened, it's going to happen within the next 2 months. You're going to meet someone new, and then this is going to really help you guys with honing your intuition better as well. So they'll tell your person that you're on track to manifesting some sort of massive new beginning or massive spiritual awakening that's really going to help you with fulfilling a little bit more of your life purpose. I feel for a lot of you guys watching this, they'll tell your person or crush that you're on a breakthrough, or you're on a precipice of having some sort of massive change or massive awakening. A big awakening, I feel like, is coming for this pile if it hasn't already happened. So a deeper sense of self, deeper connection to self, also more of embodying the energy of unconditional love. So I feel for a lot of you guys, they would tell your person or crush that you're not really focusing so much on them. And I feel like this person would have already felt that intuitively, that you pulled your energy back. And so they would have let this person know that you're not really focusing on the connection with them. You're not really focusing on that. You're more focusing on the energy of self-love, self-compassion, forgiveness, right? Understanding a little bit more about your family lineage. Maybe understanding a little bit more about, why family dynamics had played out for you the way that it has. So maybe you're learning how to work on the relationship with your own mother, whether or not she is living or deceased. I feel for a lot of you guys, you are working on embodiment in terms of that, the embodiment of the divine feminine energy as well. So for a lot of you guys, I feel like this is where you are doing a lot of shadow work, introspection, recovery, healing, whatnot, is what is coming forward in this reading. I feel that you guys are learning how to be original, how to become authentic, how to become the best version of self as well. I feel there's also an energy here of developing more of your insight. So learning how to hone your gifts better. So for a lot of you guys, I feel like this person would also kind of feel a sense of rejection a little bit from this. Like they would feel like, oh my gosh, I can't believe my person is changing so much and they're not really caring as much about me anymore. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, this would kind of help you with kind of feeling more confident as well. So I feel like this person is kind of trying to find their own footing, or trying to figure out, if they are going to be able to have a chance to kind of come back or work on the connection with you if you guys are in some sort of separation. For those of you who are not in separation with your person, I feel like this is giving the vibe of you guys finally being able to love yourself unconditionally, and also work on forgiveness and compassion for self. I feel that this person is also going to get some sort of wake-up call from the situation and realize that they too have to work on themselves if they want to even have a chance to tangle with the Empress, is what I feel here with this reading. So let's see the type of questions that would come to mind after hearing this kind of news from that psychic. So it says, am I doing more of the things that keep me alive, or more of the things that make me feel alive? What makes me feel alive? So I feel like without you, this person feels a sense of loss. And I feel that this is kind of like some codependency that this person would kind of be thinking about. They'd be like, wow, so pile number 3 wasn't really thinking that heavily about me. They actually kind of went on their way, manifested new beginnings, worked on their business, worked on themselves. For some of you guys, you could have been working on your fitness during this time, or working on your sovereignty within self, and kind of eliminating a lot of the toxic traits that you might have had in your subconscious for quite some time. This could have even been a generational issue that you guys are now powering through and transmuting at this time, is what I feel here as well. And so this person is going to be kind of looking at themselves and thinking, am I living, or am I just surviving? Am I just living to live, or am I actually fulfilling my purpose? What do I feel called to really enjoy more of, and what parts of me do I feel called not to indulge in anymore? So I feel like this person would do some deep introspection and look at themselves. So this reading would actually cause this person to really go inwards and really analyze themselves of, are they being authentic? Are they being original? So it says here, what gives me great joy? So again, as I said, codependency, right? This person would be looking at, you know, the ways in which they might have been thinking that you would have been waiting for them, but then they would recognize that no, you're not waiting, you're actually progressing forward. You're working on your abundance, you're manifesting new beginnings, you're focusing on your self-love for self, you're focusing on what gives you joy and happiness, instead of relying on this person to kind of be the one to fulfill that. And I feel like this person would be thinking like, wow, you know, pile number 3 is no longer investing in this the same way they used to. It's no longer fun anymore. They're no longer giving their power away to me. I feel like there's an energy here of you guys finally learning how to take your power back as well. And this person will be thinking heavily about that as well. It would definitely trigger them. So this person would also be thinking about, what is my mission in life? So again, that mission work, that life purpose, you know, what were they sent here to do? You know, they would recognize that all this time they were thinking that they had time to kind of work on this connection with you, but then they would realize very quickly on as well that, you know, you're no longer investing in it. You are moving forward and you're manifesting new beginnings and new timelines for yourself. And I feel like this is where this person would feel like, you know, they need to do the same for themselves as well. So they says here, who am I when I'm alone? So for those of you watching this, I feel like this person would also be thinking about, you know, the circle, the company that they're keeping, their family network. You know, they'd be thinking about their relationships that they may have with people as well, and how that might have played a part in this connection, or would have caused some sort of interference in terms of them showing up for you in the connection as well. If they're with a third party, I feel like they would be evaluating that situation and recognizing that, you know, they may feel like they're no longer compatible with this person, or they would recognize that, you know, this is not for them, or they need to make better decisions or choices, or they need to manifest a new reality for themselves as well. We also have here, who am I? How have I become me? What am I like? So I feel like this person might have not imagined that their life would have gone the way that it has gone. And so this would really make this person truly look at themselves and realize that they need to become a better version of themselves. They would kind of want to take a page from your book in terms of recognizing that they need to make significant choices if they want to manifest this love that they have within self. If they want to manifest new opportunities in love, in relationships, in connections, or even having a chance with you, this person would be thinking that they need to make better decisions, choices that are for their highest good. So this would make this person shift in terms of looking at things through a different perspective and recognizing that if they want to manifest significant changes, it starts by them loving themselves unconditionally before they can give to another in any situation. So let's see what advice we have here. So scales of karma, cycles of dishonesty, creating new traditions, unfortunate events. So as I said, a lot of you guys are going to be working on root chakra at this time. And I feel this is something that the psychic would also tell this person. You are working on rebuilding your root. I feel like for a lot of you guys, and I also feel like you guys are also powering through heart chakra activations too at this time, as well as sacral and solar plexus, where you guys are learning how to manifest creativity. You know, your abundance is based on creativity, right? So the things that you create, I feel like a lot of you guys as well is learning how to speak up for yourself. So a lot of throat chakra activations as well, which is probably why I was coughing at the beginning of this reading, is also going to be resonating for those of you watching this pile. I feel like this is kind of like karma to this person. So this person could have been karmic to you, where you guys were meant to learn lessons and kind of like level up in terms of your evolution. So I feel like for those of you watching as well, this could even be confirmation for a connection that you might have been a part of over the last few months. And that was some sort of ascension partner. And you're wondering, you know, if they've gotten readings, or if they were to get a reading, what would someone tell them? So I feel like they would tell them that the scales of karma are now starting to become balanced, because you're learning those hard, powerful spiritual lessons. You're learning how to go inwards. You're learning how to master your emotions. You're learning how to master the self. You're learning how to be more in touch with your feelings, your emotions, being able to go after what it is that you want in terms of your dreams, your aspirations, your life purpose, your path, you know, your mission work is what I feel as well. So now we're going to take this over to the extended, and we're going to be tapping into your person's next actions towards you. And we're also going to be getting some timing cards as well as channeled messages, their channel messages to you at this time. Then we're going to finish with some advice. So that's what I have for you, pile number 3. If it resonates, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. If you feel called and would like to book a personal, you guys can check out my website. My readings for full in-depth readings are $100, and for 2-question readings, I offer them for $50 US. So if you guys feel called, you can check that out. I also have some other things that also provide support, such as my new service, which is called Enlightenment, under the Ascension and Healing tab section on my website, So for those of you guys who are looking to help you with getting yourself more back into balance, or you're looking for coaching, I also offer that as well. You guys can check out my website for details. If this reading resonates, don't forget to like and comment and subscribe. And I'm sending all of you guys lots of love and light. Till now, let's take this puppy over to the extended, where we're going to be going even deeper to see what's going to happen next between you and them. So bye for now, collective, and I'm sending you lots of love and light. Take care.